Welcome back to the channel. My name's Alara Keet.
And I'm Vera Way.
And we're the Patio Dollz. And happy Pride Month! And for today's video, we thought what better way of celebrating Pride Month than becoming fairy bread.
I look into the window of my mind.
Now, the reason why we've decided to become fairy bread is because, I don't know about in other countries, but in Australia growing up, fairy bread was used as a way to be derogatory towards the LGBT people, or gay people.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Me, a liar. I said her, who do you think you are, hurling insults around like that? I said her, there's only one liar around here, and that's you, and that's no lie.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, well, where I was from, people called it gay bread. Because it's a rainbow, because of the word fairy, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, I don't know. The boys at my school were still lining up at the tuck shop to buy it.
You went to a classy school.
Well.
Okay, look, Vera, you talk about what fairy bread is then, because I thought we were going down a different path.
Well,
and I would
we
have sipped
are.
my drink. And I will say, just for Lexi, well, I didn't get this cup for Lexi, but I've got a cup with a quiet straw, because we did receive some comments about my metal straw in previous videos and how distracting they were.
Not to mention the whole sound setup. If you might notice, we actually have a new microphone set up. One that actually may eliminate the bumps and clumps that you have heard in previous videos.
Yes, on that, we would like to formally apologise of all of our videos to date, where the microphone was on the table. And yes, we're aware we're not as stupid as we look, that every time you bump the table, the microphone picked up every bump.
Mary and Joseph.
But there were even times where it was on the table, there was no bumps, but you just move a bit and it's the table itself that's rubbing the cord.
Anyway, so we've updated the mics. We're well aware and we're working on all these little things to make it a much more pleasurable viewing and audible experience
For everyone concerned.
Oh, can we talk about Chief Wiggum?
So, fairy bread. We know what fairy bread is if we're in Australia. It's basically your cheapest white bread, slathered in margarine, and then you upend it or sprinkle on top hundreds and thousands or some kind of coloured sprinkle.
Did you know that fairy bread in Australia has a history going back nearly 100 years?
I don't know that.
And that is usually for a children's party, or if you're back in the 90s, a lovely little addition to the tuck shop.
Old.
So basically sugar on bread.
So today, we're going to be using the design, the idea of a piece of fairy bread, and we're going to be making our own larger scale headpiece for Pride Month in the style of a fairy bread shape.
Now, Vera, how are we going to become said fairy bread?
Well, we're going to make a headpiece, fairy bread with the hundreds and thousands, and we are going to wear a bodysuit. Basically, we're going to be big fairy bread with legs.
What are we making our fairy bread headpieces out of?
We are using
2 dead sticks.
EVA foam, which is that white foam, and you can get it in different thicknesses, and you can chop it up and glue it together in all different 3D forms. It's very light. I asked some of my prop making friends and they advised the EVA foam all the way. Comfort, durability,
And style. Okay, so basically, we're not going to lie to you. We would never lie to you out here on the patio. We've already made the bread headpieces, but Vera's going to talk you through how that happened, and we're going to use this thing called B-roll, which is a filmmaking term, which basically means footage overlaid to Vera's voiceover.
Oh.
Roll the tapes, Enrique.
Roll it, Enrique.
So initially we sketched out the idea. So the drawing was scaled down and we sort of measured what we wanted. And from there, we grabbed the EVA foam and rolled it out and put some measurements on it with line work. Then we got a very sharp knife and sliced it. I was trying to do like a little beveled edge to try some, join thing, which didn't really work as well as I'd hoped, but it doesn't matter. The idea was that it was multiple triangles. We need one for the back, one for the front, and then the sides would be sort of these strips, like the depth of the bread. So we did measure our face around. That gave us the measurement of the hole that we had to put our face through. From there, it was then gluing. Now this glue stinks, but it is the best glue. What is it called? Contact adhesive. It's very, very strong. So if you get it on your skin, you're going to need some solvent to remove it. But, of course, it will hold the foam beautifully together for longevity. So we had to use non-precious brushes because this glue wrecks your brushes. And then once that's dry, you let it go tacky, and then you sandwich them together and give them a good press, and that will bond your EVA foam beautifully. So once it was glued, we realised the actual structure needs to somehow stay on the head without wobbling around. So I decided to cut some lengths of elastic and then just contact adhesive the elastic into the back.
And now it's got a thing on the back so it doesn't fall off. And then we painted them. No, talk through the paint. We'll show you. I won't leave you hanging.
All right. We got some spray paint and just attacked them, right?
I love spray paint. I really do. It just makes everything so much easier. It's just like, and it's a quick dry, it's a quick application process. It's just annoying because you have to be outside because it stinks and it fumigates and it pisses off the neighbours.
I find the best cure for hay fever is not being a pussy.
I just find it so much easier to use than actually like hand painting, and the finish is better, I think.
Well, it's smoother in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But you were loving that smell. Don't you tell a lie. Alara was...
Well, this one actually doesn't smell like normal spray paint. It smells like Play-Doh.
Yeah, a little bit. It was quite
When we were
sweet.
spraying it, it smelled like spray paint, and I was getting high off the fumes. It's one of my favourite things. But then when we hung it to dry, you come back later and you smell it, and it had that like Play-Doh smell.
Yeah.
And I wanted to like, you know when you're a kid and you want to eat the Play-Doh?
Yes.
And you don't.
I could weigh 2 kilos and she'd still be at me to lose a couple.
So then we painted them in like a bread colour and a bread crust colour, and then we hung them to dry. And now we can reveal them. Bread. Gluten-free, of course.
Well, yeah.
So as you can see, this is the point that we have gotten to today. And then the next step, which you might see in our production design, is going to be using ball pit balls, which are very easy to find. I think you can get them anywhere, but the story behind these, what inspired us to do this for Pride Month, we were in an op shop and there was a bag of these for a couple of bucks. And I thought, oh, that'd be so funny as like jumbo fairy bread. Pride Month is coming up. So we bought these, a month ago maybe, and planned this whole thing out just for you. While we're on the note of production design, a huge shout out to my mum's friend Helen, who actually handmade these lovely Pride doilies for us.
Yeah.
And so we have decided to use them as part of our set design in the video today. So thank you, Helen. These are stunning and we love them.
We love them.
And we do also, I do want to point out how Helen made these before we started this whole Patio Dollz thing up. And you know how the branding is purple and red. And there is a backstory behind the purple and red, which we'll get into in this video, that goes back over 10 years. But I'd like to point out that Helen had edged one with purple and red in the middle and one with red and purple in the middle, which are our colours. And I'm the purple one and you're the red one.
She was onto something.
Okay, so on with the video. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be basically cutting some balls and gluing them on and telling stories about Pride Month and all things Pride.
Happy Pride Month.
Yeah, let's move some stuff. Come on.
Okay, I'm going to move, Helen, I'm moving your doily so I don't wreck it.
What we've got the balls, we've got scissors now. You might remember our other forays into using glue guns, and you'll notice that this is a brand new cordless glue gun, which is made because the last time Alara burnt herself multiple times.
And I think I broke one a few years ago as well.
This doesn't work! Use this one. You've melted the crap out of it. Someone melted it by having it on for no reason. There, it's working.
We've decided we're not going to do them as full balls because it feels a bit, I don't know, a bit too much. But we're going to cut them in half, which doubles the amount that you can use.
It kind of keeps the scale well.
Yeah, it looks better.
I'm going to... Oh, that was full of...
Yeah, I cut one last night and you cut them. Hang on, ready? Have a listen. They do little farts. I totally just farted. They've got air in them.
Oh, they're so thin. Okay. But look at this. I've already started.
Okay, yeah, we've got to see what it looks like before we glue them down.
Okay. Oh, all of them?
Yeah. The cutting thing feels like it's going to take a bit. So what we're going to do is we're just going to sit here and cut. And I will just play like a fun song while we're on like double speed. Okay, stuff the fast forward mode. That's getting boring. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish cutting out the balls and then we'll be right back. Okay, we've cut them all out. Yay!
Okay, calm down, Dee.
Now we can start putting them on, but I'm going to do a trial. I'm going to do a practice and just lay them out first, get the colour combo right. I wouldn't want to look silly. But you're so annoying and competitive. Look how fast she goes.
Why are you so slow?
Because I'm trying to have a nice experience.
Would you wear this to Mardi Gras?
Oh my God, yes. This is so camp. Okay, this is I like how simple this is. I don't hate this. I don't hate this. This is cute.
Okay.
Oh, okay, this is cute. Yummy. I feel like bread. And now if anyone out there is concerned about the economy, no way.
Everyone is concerned about the economy.
What's the one that's environment?
How dare you?
That about any leftovers, we are very connected to a lot of creative people, theatre groups, performance groups, lots of designers, costume makers, people that make a lot of this unconventional kind of costuming.
Absolutely. Not to mention the Sydney Wearable Art Gala,
Yeah.
which we have helped with their shows many times. And they do a wonderful yearly show where you take any kind of elements of creativity that you can think of and you can enter them and go on stage. It's really cool.
We could enter these. This is what they do.
Well,
No,
yes.
but that's what it is. It's about wearable art, which is unconventional materials made into a costume.
That's true.
Anyway, there's a lot of places spread across the stratosphere where our resources that we don't use will end up being used by other people. And even these final products, I mean, we will keep them because I'm in love with it. But at some point, if we want to move them on, there will be...
there'll be a taker. Yeah.
There'll be performers out there. We also know a lot of people in burlesque. And would this not be a camp burlesque
Yes.
act? Could you imagine lingerie, heels, and these?
Oh, you'd have to make a tiny bikini with all these.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Yes.
Show a little more.
So we'll hit up our burlesque friends and we'll try and
That's right.
we'll try and hop these.
Oh,
on.
the Sydney Wearable Art people will love these.
Yeah. All right, quick bit of B-roll.
Okay. Yeah, we keep forgetting to do B-roll.
I'm ready to glue.
I'm ready to go. No, oh, yeah, all right.
I'm going to use the good glue gun. I bought it.
It was a present for me for Christmas. So I was thinking of using that contact adhesive that all the foam went together with, and thought I better not because it smells and it's going to get everywhere. Maybe the hot glue will be just as fine. So earlier, Alara was talking about our colours, how we have a red and purple that we associate with ourselves. And that actually comes from a Mardi Gras time, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
The 2013, was it 13 Mardi Gras?
Yeah.
Yes. We went along with, on a float with a community theatre group. And it was Day of the Dead theme.
Yeah, but we dressed as matadors.
Well, we didn't mean to. We
meant to. We made the...
Hang on. Okay, well, we didn't mean to really be... Actually, no, we did.
We meant to. We made you sewed costume. This.
Alara, your language.
You sewed us costumes and we did like a full matador strange thing though, like the triangle in the head that I did.
Look, it was a combo because it was Day of the Dead theme. So that conjures up images of painted faces and, sugar skull vibes. We didn't want to paint our faces as a sugar skull skeleton. So we kind of go, okay, well, we'll use like a matador theme, keeping in the cultural element.
Is it?
We made these boleros, but they were made of, this is not good.
This is so messy and melty.
Just put a few daubs down. So we got red and purple fabric. I quickly banged together these boleros for us. Long sleeve with a little puff, and it was like a vest thing, but it was so floppy that the whole thing kept kind of moving and opening. Then Alara said, why don't we use these triangles?
What is that?
Don't know. Should we scroll on?
I was trying to do something creative. You know, when you're just trying to be a bit creative, something different, something a bit fun.
And the makeup, as you say, it was like, it wasn't anything Day of the Dead, but instead it was like gigantic sort of eyes with white and black.
With the upside down triangle on the head. Very Illuminati. Maybe I was trying to manifest my way in.
And so that is where our
Yeah,
colour...
so yeah, I wanted to be purple and Vera wanted to be red, and that's where the purple and the red was all birthed from. And that was 2013, as you say. And then over the years, like we used to we would use that colour for certain things here and there in messages and as a joke and all that sort of stuff. And then when we were like, you know what? Let's turn our channel, because we did start this channel a long time ago, and we started social media and we had all this stuff going, and then we got all caught up with like university and life and jobs and stuff, so we just gave up on it all. And then we decided, you know what, we want to get back into doing all this stuff. We want to make videos for YouTube, we want to do drag, but we were like, we need a new name. So we were Righto Productions, which we still have that is our production company that we were setting up. But we decided to come up with the name Patio Dollz to make our own little thing. And then with that comes branding and logos and promotional content and stuff like that.
To get to the end point is that we've kept a lot of the purple and red theming because we associate with those colours. This glue is really annoying. Had I to do this over, it would be contact adhesive all the way.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so quiet in this video. I really can't focus. This is so crap. Oh, this is foul. Okay. Use the contact adhesive, guys, if you're going to do this. This hot gluing is so annoying.
And this glue gun is really squeaky as well. You're going to get an audible experience with that.
Every time we do something like this in life, I'm not even talking on the channel, I'm talking about the amount of crap we've done in this sort of vein. I sit there and think, I would never do Drag Race.
Oh.
It's just like, I feel like it's just this kind of like annoying, like they're not even gluing. It's drying before I could even put it down.
No, I couldn't handle, like I wouldn't ever want to do Drag Race. The pressure, imagine the pressure.
It's so annoying.
Like you're annoyed with a bit of hair going in your face and you can't glue properly. Imagine them with their quick challenges and all of that.
Well, that one just won't glue on. Oh, that one just fell off.
I will just leave it off then.
So don't put any on, they're all falling off.
Just try your best.
The glue is not gluing.
You know though, speaking of Mardi Gras, the other Mardi Gras we have gone to, we went twice.
I'm going to turn this air off, it's hitting my thing.
Maybe that's what's happening. The air is on and it's instantly cooling your hot glue. So we did the community theatre float at the Mardi Gras in 2013. And then we went once as well together with the TAFE float in 2020, just before COVID broke out. That was a great night. We were, what were we? We were dressed as
Safari girls.
With all big butterflies on the TAFE float.
The theme was love bugs, and we were on the float, so we decided to be the big Safari bug catcher girls. That was fun.
It was so fun. That was a top night. It was actually so nice. But then the next few days later, COVID hit and we're all in a lockdown. And who would have saw that coming?
Yeah, it was fun. We got to be on the back of the truck, which was fun. Like, we didn't have to actually walk the street.
Well, we were in heels, weren't we?
The first time I ever did a Mardi Gras parade was a long time ago, and a friend of mine was the lead drag queen for the Asian Marching Boys. And she said, oh, you should come in the float. And I was like, won't I look silly? And at the time, they're now called the Asian Marching Boys and Friends, but at the time, I don't think they were called that. And she's like, no one cares. Like, there'll be other people that are non-Asian there. So I'm like, okay, fine, let's go. Then I was like, oh my God, I really want to be in drag for Mardi Gras. And at the time, I was brand new to drag. I didn't know how to do my own makeup. Like, she was the one that would do my makeup for me. I had a couple of friends that would like help me. And then she's like, well, you can't be in drag on the float because it's all organised for me and 2 other drag queens to like lead the float. But she's like, I'm happy to like put your face on and you just wear like the costume that everyone else wears, which were like these kind of sailor type things with sailor hats and stuff. And then she goes, yeah, and then after we walk the parade, you can like go home and like put the rest of your actual drag on. So I was like, okay. And I did not think that would look weird at all. So here's me, 6 foot tall, white as all hell, with my natural hair colour poking out of this hat, as a sailor boy, with a drag face on, out of drag with the Asian marching boys. They put me at the back. They tried to squish me at the back. Anyway, but it was I had fun anyway. I did not care. It was so much fun, and it was like your first Mardi Gras, and so you're going to these like dance rehearsals in this space and you're making friends with these people. And then like out on the like thing, like I'd seen Mardi Gras on TV, but like I never really got to take it in because I was in the closet. So like by this point I was finally out of the closet. I discovered drag but didn't know what to do to get myself into it. And yeah, and then I marched with the Asian marching boys. And then we got to the end of the thing. My face was munted. I didn't think I was going to sweat. I didn't know what the walk was going to be like. My face was melted off, crusty as all hell, just sweated off.
Oh, for goodness sakes, look at yourself, Mitch.
And another friend of mine who doesn't do drag nor know how to do the makeup said, oh my God, do you want me to fix your eyebrows? And I said, sure. And he repainted them on. Well, he was a dancer for drag queens, so I thought he would get it, but he'd never done makeup before. So he repainted my eyebrows on and they just got these huge caterpillars. And I was wearing black hair, so I wanted black eyebrows, but like no one did like an ombre brow back then. So I'm there finally in drag at the end of the thing. Exhausted, disgusting, melted. I looked horrendous. I knew I looked bad. That was one of those moments where I looked in the mirror and like I was not delusional. And I was like, oh God, I look horrible.
Oh my God. What? It looks really good. Looks really subtle.
Oh my God.
They're all glued. Oh, look at that.
See, and I'm not even halfway there.
I'm gonna help you.
And I've made the biggest mess and like it's ripping the paint off. All right, time's just flying away from us. So Vera's gonna help catch me up because it's the aircon. My thing's freezing. I'm just gonna turn the air off because mine keep falling off because the glue dries before I even get a chance to put them on there. And there's glue everywhere and the paint's getting ripped off. I'm not having a good time. I hate this. I hate this.
And sometimes you got to help a sister out.
Yeah, and a sister's going to help herself out by helping herself to a drink. All right, we're almost done. We'll just stick a blue over here. Okay, so what I've learned is how much I hate this. And I don't know if it's that I hate this, but I really hate hot glue. I think we're done.
I think we are.
Okay, so let's hold them up. Oh, yummy fairy bread. I can't wait to put it on.
The ginger nut is here.
So I guess what we're going to do now, should we go and get changed?
Yes.
We're going to go and take all of our stuff off and we're going to, like the phoenix rising, we're going to rise from the toaster. It's fairy bread. I think that's so camp. All right, see you on the flip side.
See you on the flip side.
Oh, Vera.
Wow, Alara. Wow.
Oh, Vera, you are quite the sight,
I was going to say the same thing to you. You are a sight.
You look glutinous.
Yeah.
This is non-keto, this.
Not at all.
You wouldn't get sugar-free with this look, girl.
Not at all.
Do you know what? I think this turned out quite good.
I think it's pretty good, actually.
I think we look pretty good as well.
I'm stunned.
The one thing I'm really happy about with this look is we've avoided the one thing that I hate in life, which is looking silly.
Sure, Jan.
We should have done a ring. Oh my God. We haven't done this, But if you do this, glue a ball to a ring base and wear a ring. I'm not doing that. I cannot be bothered.
No.
But if we were going out with this, yeah, we could do. Oh, there's no jewelry. You can't really wear jewelry with this, but you could do
you're
like
a piece of fairy bread with legs and arms.
No,
right?
but like bracelet and a ring. That's like a one sprinkle. Wouldn't that be cute?
Very.
Well, on that note, I'm starving. Should we break for lunch?
Yes. You want fairy bread for lunch?
Yeah, let's have some fairy bread for lunch. Gluten-free, of course. Well, yeah, I guess we'll end the video here. So thank you so much for watching and following along the non-tutorial of how to make these. We're never going to do a proper tutorial because we can't be bothered.
No.
There's so much involved in properly teaching how to do something, but we will always show you how we do things in our way. So we're not gatekeeping anything and you can actually see how to do them and figure it out for yourself.
Everything is a process.
Well, yeah, drop us some comments of your thoughts of what you think of these amazing looks.
This girl is the nastiest skank.
Oh, I don't know how to get people to show us, but if you ever make these, I'd love to see if people make these.
Tag us on Instagram.
Tag us on tag Patio Dollz on Instagram. And on that note, I guess we'll share all of our social medias for you to go and follow us on. For Patio Dollz, for myself, and for Vera.
So yes, do send us your images of things that you create.
And by send us, she means tag us, because we don't have anywhere to send anything yet.
No. Do tag us and we'd love to see them. Maybe you're going to be a cinnamon scroll. Maybe you're going to do hundreds and thousands in pink and blue or red and...
Oh, that would be so cute, because you could do different variations these days. I mean, we've stuck with the Australiana, like OG way of doing it, which is just the rainbow. But I have seen people do like just pink and white, although I don't like it. I just love all the crazy like primary colours at children's parties sorts of things. I don't like these aesthetic children parties where it's just like one colour. But if you're that way inclined, you could do pink and white, or when you just said pink and blue, pink, blue and white, and you could do a trans one.
You could.
You could be a trans fairy bread. Oh, that would be so cute. Or whatever flag you fall under, there's a colour palette for. And I didn't even think of that until this moment.
Well,
that we could do. We've just done the generic one, but the possibilities are endless of what you could do when turning into fairy bread.
So thanks for watching and hanging out with us while we turn ourselves into big fairy breads. And if you have any ideas, do send them our way. We'd love to hear them.
Actually, do you know what will be camp, Vera?
What?
If we head over to the What's Up Your Goat studio and film a What's Up Your Goat dressed as fairy bread, because what's more camp for Pride Month than 2 slices of fairy bread bitching and moaning about what's getting up their goat?
I love it, yes.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Pretends to walk off camera, but
I don't have any pants on.
I don't either, so we're not standing up. Bye.